Once upon a time, there lived a man who lived on a planet called Planet Music. And on this planet, there were many nations, and each nation had a king, a president. And these leaders had absolute power over their people. Through rhythm, they controlled the minds of many. Through soul, they controlled the force of the universe. One such nation was the nation of R&B, and its king wore diamonds and gold and drove around in big, beautiful cars. And he owned restaurants and clothing lines. And he built a castle on the island of Long, and it too was paved with diamonds and gold and rubies. But he led his people astray. He was not a good leader. He was not a good president. If house is a nation, I want to be president. If house is a nation, I want to be president. If house is a nation, I want to be president, president. He said, if you vote for me, I promise to deliver you even more bass, even more soul, longer hours on the dance floor. DJs who believe as we believe. If you vote for me, I will take you to the mountaintop, and there the whole world will see the glorious light of this nation that is house. You see, people, house is more than a nation. House is a feeling. House is a sanctuary. House is a release. House will pick you up when you feel down. House will make you strong when you feel weak. House will fill you up when you feel hungry. He said, if you vote for me, I can make the sun rise take a little bit longer. I can make the dance floors just a little bit stronger. So y'all can stomp y'all's feet all night long. Clap y'all hands all night long. If house is a nation, I want to be president. If house is a nation, I want to be president. I will take you to the mountaintop, and there the whole world will see the glorious light of this nation that is house. I will take you to the mountaintop, and there the whole world will see the glorious light of this nation that is house. I will take you to the mountaintop, and there the whole world will see the glorious light of this nation that is house. You see, people, house is more than a nation. House is a feeling. House is a sanctuary. House is a release. House will pick you up when you feel down. House will make you strong when you feel weak. House will fill you up when you feel hungry. He said, if you vote for me, I can make the sun rise
love fade. when I'm kill 'em all, boy.
Once upon a time, there lived a man who lived on a planet called Planet Music. And on this planet, there were many nations, and each nation had a king, a president. And these leaders had absolute power over their people. Through rhythm, they controlled the minds of many. Through soul, they controlled the force of the universe. One such nation was the nation of R&B, and its king wore diamonds and gold and drove around in big, beautiful cars, and he owned restaurants and clothing lines, and he built a castle on the island of Long, and it too was paved with diamonds and gold and rubies. But he led his people astray. He was not a good leader. He was not a good president. If house is a nation, I want to be president. If house is a nation, I want to be president. If house is a nation, I want to be president, president, president. He said if you vote for me, I promise to deliver you even more bass, even more soul, longer hours on the dance floor, DJs who believe as we believe. If you vote for me, I will take you to the mountaintop, and there the whole world will see the glorious light of this nation. That is house. You see, people, house is more than a nation. House is a feeling. House is a sanctuary. House is a release. House will pick you up when you feel down. House will make you strong when you feel weak. House will fill you up when you feel hungry. He said if you vote for me, I can make the sun rise, take a little bit longer. I can make the dance floors just a little bit stronger. So y'all can stomp y'all's feet all night long. Clap y'all hands all night long. If house is a nation, I want to be president. If house is a nation, I want to be president. I will take you to the mountaintop, and there the whole world will see the glorious light of this nation. That is house.
Ladies, gentlemen, and my... Oh, wait, hold up. I forgot something. Here we go. Now we're talking. What's up? What's poppin'? What's cracking, everybody? We're in. We're back. It was long as hell. 15-minute delay. My God. It's tough. It's rough. It's awful. But we are here. We're gonna get into it. For those of you who are new around East Parch, never been here, you've never seen the stream, just let me make you aware that because we are not the official broadcasting channel, unfortunately everything is delayed, like 15 minutes behind or whatever. That's what it is. What can you be? So now let's get on with the games. Bait versus Creepwave. Let me tell y'all, I've been literally waiting for this particular game the whole day, and the reason why is I really want to see what these new teams, these new rosters have going for them. Now, on the one side, we've got Bates that has 3 new players, and by new players, I mean completely new. There is no tape on them. Nobody knows about them seen. So that's going to be fun to watch, right? To see what they can actually accomplish. And on the other side, we have obviously Creepwave, reformed after they released their last roster, given that people like Amar and stuff are presumably heading towards OG. So with Creepwave, a lot of cool players. Stormstormer, of course, of former, held their Smashers fame. Chrysalis was always on the team anyway. Toby from Viking GG, you know, some hype. I'm pretty excited to see how this one's gonna go. One thing as well that I'm really excited to see is the new talent. Like, yeah, we've seen today earlier we got to see Watson, the guy from what team was it again? From not Hydra, the other one, Hellraisers. The new Hellraisers. They new carry players actually rich. Like that Watson kid, I was reasonably impressed. I was like, alright. And ironically enough, Watson came from bait, so Dendi discovered him. Let's see where they go with this. So in the mid lane, we're most likely going to be expecting Dendi to play this Puck. Ooh, this is old school. Puck versus the Queen of Pain. This is going to be a matchup. This is going to be a matchup. Oh, they don't have their... Oh, I see Velo. Okay. One thing I'm very interested to see, given that this is going to be Puck versus Quap mid, generally speaking, whenever I see teams drafting Quap or Puck, right, you want to make sure that your side lanes have the ability to, as soon as the rotation comes from mid, make something happen from that position. I think they should be able to do that right now. Creepwave, of course, buttressed the Queen of Pain with Bane, whilst Bait went for the Snapfire. So one side has a bit more damage out of their pass 5, the other one a lot more control and lockdown. And of course, Bane is one of the better heroes against Puck as well. In the event that you get gripped, you're gripped. Nothing you can do. Me personally, Jireen, I actually feel like it matters more that your support duo is playing together consistently than it does like that you have your carry player or your offlaner. Offlaner in particular, I feel, is a role that can be the easiest to slot into various teams. I'm a bit worried about Bait if they don't have their new pass 4, but we'll see how it goes with Gutsy. At the same time, I do think as well that, under the tutelage of Dendi, good things can still come. Let's see, given that this is Chrysalis, we need to be worried about Luna, we need to be worried about PL, we need to be worried about Lifestealer? Yeah. They've already banned the Morphling and there's no Terrorblade ban just yet. But I'm just thinking that these are like the key heroes that I've seen Chrysalis do really, really well with in the past. Yeah, Gatia and Dendi are the only ones that are still in the team from way back when. Everybody else is gone to the wind. Beastmaster being banned. So whatever carry they're getting for the safe lane, it actually does feel like Juggernaut or Lifestealer. Oh, and they ban Razor on the other side. Dude, y'all are just making Chrysalis's life easier. Honestly, I would be shocked and amazed if we didn't see Lifestealer or Jug from him. But, still a lot of draft to go. Disruptor will be the option for now. Is this going to be 4 Disruptor or 4 Bane? Interesting one. Between these two heroes, probably I'd prefer Disruptor plays 4. And they just rush farm with the Aghanim Scepter on him. Get it as soon as humanly possible.
5 seconds remaining.
It does make for some very weird options, though, in terms of how they want to lane. Even if he's playing 4, I kind of hope that they move the Bane into the off lane. But we'll see how it goes. LC gets picked up now by the side of Bait, so they have themselves access to a Dispel, some hard disable, BKB piercing disable at that.
10 seconds.
Very decent laner, of course. It's Legion Commander. And given the two supports that are in the game right now, between Bane and Disruptor, these are not necessarily the best supports I want to play against Legion. I imagine that the lane is going to be Snapfire Legion. No matter what, they'll never have enough harass potential to deal with that. That's sexy. That's sexy. That's sexy. That's sexy. That's sexy. Elder Titan, baby. Yo, Elder Titan. Yo, okay. But this Medusa pick is also kind of bugged right now. Like, they actually struggle a little bit right now with long sustained damage over a period of time on the side of Bait. Like, they'll drop their spells and then what? How do we kill this Medusa reliably throughout the game? I do love this Elder Titan pick for various reasons. Like, look at the mix of damage. I mean, of course they're going to be going for something very heavy physical at the last pick, but the mix of damage right now, Natural Order is such a premium spell. And one of the reasons I'm loving this ET here, we saw at TI, this happened a lot. Whenever there's a Snapfire with Elder Titan together, Fire Snap Cookie is so good on this hero. You trigger the spirit from afar while it's running around chasing, getting the damage for you. You Fire Snap Cookie, by the time you land onto the target, that's when the bonus damage comes in. Bob's your uncle, you're making magic happen. Echo Stomp sets up well for everything else. Everything else sets up well for Echo Stomp. I've always loved Elder Titan and Puck together. being forced into a nice controlled area by the puck makes it very easy for ET spells to land thereafter. And I suppose, you know, given that we are playing a game with this Medusa hero, who is going to be, for the most part, right? Medusas don't buy like flat out armor items, right? You go for agi things. So base armor reduction, very effective against heroes like Medusa. At the same time though, you do get to a point in the game where you actually don't care. Like whatever. Medusa bish.
10 seconds remaining.
Still not easy to play into this Elder Titan, honestly.
5 seconds remaining.
Because always you're affected by natural order. Let's see what rounds out the draft though for them. They need a physical damage right clicker. I don't see. Oh, anti-mage actually could be kind of bug if they're not afraid of playing AM into the disruptor. AM game here. PA, not as much a fan of. No, AM would have been lit versus both Quap and Medusa, dude. Yo, that would have been so much fun. But I'm curious why they picked PA here.
10 seconds.
I mean, I guess it does have the Elder Titan. The two of them together, we were already talking about how they're going to need some kind of physical damage buff up. We were already talking about the fact that when these heroes are being kept in this nice small area, they're easier to hit. You buy Battle Fury every single time. So whenever that does happen, you're just going to go in. It's a ton of damage that you can dish out. And normally PA versus Medusa, kind of a rough matchup for the PA, because you always feel like you don't actually have enough damage to keep up with the Medusa. In this game, and of course, I mention this every game I see PA, you cannot play PA without some degree of steroid, right? In this game, we don't have pure natural direct buff up onto her, but we do have debuff to assist her. Little Shredder from the Snapfire, ET with the natural aura, and of course the LC can beef you up with the press the attack. All of these things will make the Phantom Assassin stronger, allow her to contend with the Medusa damage-wise. And this is good because I was complaining earlier that by and large their fights pattern, they drop their spells and then, you know, not that much damage came thereafter. Now that problem is definitely solved. You know, PA can keep fighting for a very long time through the fight, provided she doesn't get like soloed. And in this game, she's going to be a primary target for the Fiend's Grip. However, you already have like a lot of protection around yourself. LC, Puck, Snapfire, ET, all of them can cancel Grip and press the attack Dispel. So one thing that isn't fun is that you are a BKB carry, so if Disruptor does actually finish the Aghanim Scepter, because it seems pretty clear this is going to be for Disruptor now, then you wind up in a very, very, very rough position. Alright, Creepwave, what we running this off with? So there's no Tide, there's no Mars, there's no Beastmaster. Doxia? Necro.
Now select your heroes.
What y'all think? Necrophos is the... Yeah, I think that has to be the plan for... Like, you use the... LC locks one person down, PA jumps them, while Dendy is busy dream quelling other targets. Yeah, you need to be going from target to target to target to target. You can't just take a straight up team fight. This is intriguing though. The Toby Necrophos now emerging for Creepwave. So one of the cool things about this is, yet again, if we examine the damage structure that comes in from bait, you know, Creepwave are very much incentivized to keep extending the fight for as long as humanly possible. Doing so greatly benefits them in the kind of playstyle that would be good. Necrophos certainly helps you in that regard. Some additional heals, ways to be able to lock down Puck as well. Like, when you know, sometimes Puck can be very annoying to escape with on low HP. That's not going to be a problem, provided Toby's on point with the Reaper sights. Ghost Shroud, also quite interesting, a mechanic in the lane and in general against PA, because then she will not be able to do damage onto you. Makes us some very interesting options in terms of how you play the lane out. Effectively, it means that any given time that Violent feels that they might have some kill threat, they're probably going to be like, rather not. Take it easy. Although it does mean that they don't have as much push, their initiation is now 100% the Queen of Pain, as well as like glimpse backs from this Fishman Disruptor. Alright. Alright. Not sure how I feel about this. Another game. Alright. Let's make some predictions, y'all. Let's make some predictions. Got the prediction right here. Bait to one side, and of course we have Creepwave. The LC said it's kind of hard. Let's see this LC. Yo! This is not kind of hard. This is, this marks. Like, yo. Listen, I don't even like, y'all know me, right? That I'm not even a hats guy that much, but this maybe has to change up, because my goodness, look at her drip. Immaculate. Now we're getting into the game, and that transition of it. Thank you, Stream Deck. Shout out St. D.
Don't resist the cobra, little bird.
Now we wait and see. We wait and see how this is gonna go. I feel like, personally for me, right, when I'm examining these drafts, I feel like it's a bit odd and peculiar how Creepwave have decided to set this one up, right? The idea from Bait is so much more straightforward. Push-wise, not really amazing from either side. Which draft do I like more? Really love the fact that they have this. Not like very in love with the idea of just like this Necrophos, honestly. I like their draft so much more on the side of Creepwave before Necro came out. I'm really worried about their initiation. I'm really worried about them being able to get into these fights. And also, they don't have the most lockdown ever. It's a fairly like... I think part of this rationalization for me as well is that I'm letting the fact that Bait is a new team affect my judgment of the draft. But if I wasn't doing that, I would actually prefer the Bait draft. I do think they're playing on a curve. New team, not even with all the members currently constituted, and several of the members are completely new players. Like, you know, any of you ever heard of BB3PX? I didn't think so. Alright, let's get some Russian camera going here. One of the things I'm also curious about in this game is exactly how they're going to utilize and itemize on that Necro. Is this going to be a soaking up damage, buying GG boots? I mean, he probably buys mech anyway. But I really want to see what the build is like. Alright, never mind. This Russian camera is giving me a little bit of a... giving me a little bit of head spin. It's very bizarre and weird. So, Dendi, Stormer. This right here, this is a mid lane matchup for the ages. Dendi has been playing this matchup on both sides of it for years. There was... That was so weird, dude. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there was a point in time, I believe this was like in 2013, where Dendi and S4, there was a grand final. I forget of what tournament, but they went they literally played this matchup all 5 games. One of them starting on the Quap, other one starting on the Puck. It was hilarious. Right now, obviously gonna be even because that's what this matchup's always like. It's hella even, purely based on skill. We'll see who is the better at this. Dendi, of course, the veteran TI winner. Still does have some of what it takes. Still has some of what it takes. Down bottom, the one lane we haven't really paid too much attention to. In the laning phase, though, Toby Necro is going to have a very decent time, like I was mentioning. Can't really harass him out of lane as violent. Once you know that he's going to crack 3, there's no point really harassing him, so you let it go. You might even just skip the ghost route, honestly. Like, things are going well enough right now that I think you can go like 2-0-2. He might hold the skill points until he thinks he's in danger, but nah, I think he's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. At the same time, they can't really threaten and put pressure onto Violent either. All they can really do is force him back into the wave and make life a little bit harder for him to farm. So he's farming right now primarily with the Stifling Dagger by playing safe and behind. However, the issue with this is now Toby has the opportunity to drag in a very big creep wave with him. And remember, he's playing with the 2 points Death Pulse. So even underneath the tier 1 tower, they can do a lot of work to keep this creep wave in very good stead and make life difficult for Toby. That's why Toby doesn't want to come forward right now. Nice Echo Stomp though. This will be the opportunity for Violent to clean up the creep wave. Nightmare though, out onto Gashi. He might be in danger. This could be the first blood. Toby throws in the right click and is going to be able to secure it. First blood drawn bottom. And it is the creep wave lineup making it happen for themselves. So not the nicest start to the game here for Violent. But it also does just seem like these off laners are just off to an amazing start. Top lane, Fishman almost lost his life to baby 3-piece. Velo might die here. But no, it's fine. Just salve up. The thing is as well, like, no matter what, they just don't have enough to deal with this LC. And now, oh, Fire Snap quickly down onto Fishman. Scatter Blast will be there. Fishman, yet again, using the kinetic field to stay alive. Will end up costing the Courier of Chrysalis in the process, though. Velo, oh, Velo has 10 stick charges. Fishman's got caught. He got caught out. He got caught out. Scatter Blast, he's dead. Why, mate? Why? Definitely should have seen that one coming. And with that death, it's actually really good how they made it happen. Velo was far away. So, baby 3-piece was getting the full lane experience. Velo gets the full kill experience. Life is good. Only 3 good mid heroes, yeah. Ah, those were the days back in the day. Oh, did Violent lose Ring of Health on the Courier? Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Alright. Violent is having a poor start to the game. The one positive thing is whenever you have a hero like PA and she's not having a good start to the game, you sort of take that into account. You can write that off a little bit. No, you're not expecting her to have good starts. It's PA. Bottom took so much damage. Half her HP is gone. The Ring of Help is going to arrive just in time. Wait, Violent? Violent? Okay. What did he want? What is he waiting for? Okay. Band of Elven Skin. A little bit of additional protection by picking up these raindrops. In the meantime, Velo. Look at Velo. Rotates to the mid lane. Gets a kill onto Stormstormer with the assistance of Dendi. That's huge. That's huge. Now Dendi's going to have the level advantage. Going to hit level 7 before the Queen of Pain is fully back in the lane. Oh wait, bottom? Violent? Spade looking for Violent. Violent having a really difficult time here. Will he be able to juke appropriately in the situation? Indeed he does, playing very carefully. They might end up losing Gachi in exchange for this, but somebody has to die, you know. This will give level 6 almost over onto the Necro. Violent did the right thing. It's like, listen mate, you are dead, but this creep wave isn't just yet, so I'm gonna do what I can to get rid of it. But he might not be able to play bottom anymore. Like, they're just too strong. If they had level 6 right now, he'd be so dead. But he's dead anyway, my god. Level 2 on the Brain Sap. Level 3 on the Death Pulse. Now we have access to the Reaper Scythe. Bottom lane is over. Bottom lane is over. Completely over. Very fortunate for the side of Bait that they got that kill in the mid lane. If they don't get that mid lane kill, then, you know, this game is already sliding into a terrible, terrible place. I mean, look at that. Violence is 500 net worth behind the Medusa right now. These are not situations that you expect to happen often, but happening anyway. Chrysalis, though, find himself getting Dream Coiled. Velo out in with a jump. Do they have enough damage to kill him? He has no more shield, so of course they do. They end up losing the life of the Medusa. Yet again, between Velo and Dendi, doing everything in their power to keep this game in a playable state for the rest of the team. That time around, bringing down the Medusa. Her being dead whilst Violent is busy farming jungle is the way back for Violent into the game. And yep, bottom, as expected, is completely over. No one can play here. Nobody can play here. Nobody can play here. Let's let the tower go. And Toby going for this Holy Locket. What happens afterwards, though?
Fortified.
What kind of build are we
Radiant's
getting
bottom
from you,
tower is
Toby?
under attack.
This Locket strat is bugged, though, because they were already going to have issues with these longer form fights, and especially now that Violent is having a very poor start to his game. They need a lot of time to recover. Time that Creepwave will definitely use to their benefit. They end up losing the Disruptor top, though. First duel win as well for Baby 3-piece. Gachi and Velo also in the vicinity. They want to try and push this wave forward as far as humanly
Radiant's
possible.
middle tower is under attack.
Dude, if Bane had 6, then he would be so dead right now. But sadly, there is no 6. There is no 6. So
Dire's top tower.
they're bringing in reinforcements, though. Fishman also making his way towards this lane. Dendi might start feeling a little bit suspicious that I don't know about the safety of this particular place in the map. They don't have access to the Disruptor ultimate either. But let's see what they have. Dendi, not enough damage to kill him. If they had level 6 on either of these supports, Dendi's dead right now. But they do not. Look at Toby, man. He's so big in this game. Necroforce always has those qualities to him, doesn't he? Where once you have these really good starts, it can very quickly and very, very much in a hurry snowball into just this hero being obscenely strong. Baby 3-piece. They didn't catch him with the Sonic Wave. At least not flush, so they can't use the Reaper Scythe on him. Baby, oh my god, dude! 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 Maybe 3-piece. Okay, Dendi in. Coming in with the Dream Coil. Morty's kisses flowing out. Toby, big man on campus, gets brought down right now. Bane, will he be able to escape? Gachi has a lot of damage, but needs to run back because they almost got the kill. Echo Storm will not connect, but Storm had to take a step back, allowing Gachi to start moving away here. Will die from the last tick of the Thunder Strike. However, this is not the safest place to be for Creepwave either, as Dendi still has quite a bit of mana and HP between himself and Velo. Heroes can't die, and they have seen this effect before. Creepwave will decide to retreat, having gotten quite a bit out of that fight. The 2-for-1 exchange, however, the one that they lost worth quite a lot. Oh, middle. Stormer gonna follow up on this Fiend's Grip. First Reaper Scythe of the game. Bye-bye, Dendi. The Dendi boss is down. 40 seconds in the grave. Dude, 40 seconds in the grave at 10 minutes in. My goodness. My goodness. Oh, ET coming in with the splitter, dragging back 3. Scatter Blast will be there. Nice Nightmare save for this Bane Elemental. It will allow him to live. Woo! Close, 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 but no cigar. And we have an escape right now
Is under attack.
for Suzuya, aka Kataomi, in the game.
Middle tower has fallen.
In the meantime, while that's happening, the tier 1 tower middle will fall. Siege Dragon proceeds forward. Sadly, Violence is still not part of this game. He's just still desperately looking for Battle Fury.
Dire are scanning.
Look how little net worth his PA has. A full 1,000 behind the Medusa right now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I decide to smoke up again, actually,
Radiant's
here.
bottom tower is under attack.
Are they sitting with the smoke, though, is the question. No, not on them.
This should make my life easier.
The only option right now for Bait is to do everything to slow the game down. Don't really pursue aggressive fights. Maybe if you can find one, some free kills are nice. You know, Dream Coil into Morty's Kisses. But I don't think they can force engagements right now. Oof, big mistake, big mistake. They smoked. They sentryed second after they smoked. Other way around, gang. Other way around. Sentry first, then smoke. But now it's too late. They know they've been scouted. This duel is not going to happen. Baby 3-piece. Fortunately, though, was off to a very good start at the beginning. Is already starting to experience some of these classic LC games where things look decent the first like 7 minutes of the lane. Then you just stall out for the rest of the game. So the potential is still there for them to find a fight in the top lane. Gachi already in position. And Creepwave are actually making a smoke maneuver of their own. Stormer leading the charge right now. Able to find anybody. Might come across Dendi in the mid lane. Now they're moving back towards top. Who's the first person they're gonna come across? Velo might be the one that breaks the smoke, and indeed he is. Nice. Oh, duel! Stormstormer just got dueled, but the Nightmare to get the save will lead into a Dream Coil onto several heroes. This is gonna be such a dangerous situation, and there's the Morty's Kisses we wanted. Velo's on a mega kill streak as they pick up 1, 2, and now 3. Violence finally gets involved and picks up a kill of his own. A shot in the arm of Net Worth. Beautiful situation for Bait.
Cookies? Well, too bad.
In that situation, could really have gone south at the end of the day there for the side of Creepwave, but... Oh, for Bait, excuse me. But Velo being the one to break the smoke. Very nice Nightmare save on the Queen of Pain to not give away dual damage. But we finally see it. When all the spells land, it's so difficult to fight through. And Creepwave, unfortunately, find that out the hard way. They end up losing some important heroes. Giving space to Violent. For me, that's the big deal. That now he's actually going to get this Battle Fury at a decent timing. Yeah, please, Jareen. Actually, do me that favor. Please do. Please do. That'll be great. Thanks, fam. Other side of the map. Indy.
Radiant are scanning.
Getting closer and closer towards having enough gold for the Blink Dagger. That's when the game can really start in earnest. Thing is, that Blink Dagger is going to be arriving at the same time as Baby 3 Pieces Blink Dagger. So it's a pretty deep and decent power spike for the entire team. But Baby 3 Piece is just having a little bit of difficulty finding places to farm. He's stuck in this jungle for a little bit, but... it is what it is. You do what you gotta do, my friend. Baby 3 Piece. After Blink, I wonder what this Helm Iron Wall is going to turn into, but we might just get a quick kill middle. Oh, Toby got hit with this, but what a static storm. Fishman pulling through. There's Reaper Sight after the... What? Fiend's Grip with Reaper Sight, not enough damage to kill? Oh, okay. Now, Duel coming in onto the Bane Elemental. There was the Echo Storm to sleep them all, but it still leads into a kill on Bane and potentially a kill on Mo. Fishman, he dodged the Fire Snap Cookie, but cannot dodge the right clicks of Gachi forever. And we do have a kill from this Elder Titan. Stormstormer and the gang will be able to jump in. Sonic Wave gets the kill, but Stormstormer might have traveled too far to make this happen. Waning Rift will be there with the silence. Will he get Duel? They will not have Duel available, but they do have the Fire Snap Cookie. Violent now also getting involved. Toby's in trouble. He's already used the Ghost Shroud, and he ends up losing his life. Chrysalis now coming in with the Stone Gaze. They all turn away from him, turn their backs away. Will they be able to kill him? He's all isolated. Doesn't have any help. Doesn't have any allies. Bane is trying to get here. Will he get here in time? Violent. Does he find this kill before the Bane arrives? Yes, he does. Bane at least will be able to help clean up Dendi. But nonetheless, still a massive fight win for the side of Bait. They kill absolutely everybody in that engagement and only end up losing 3 in the process. And the big story of this fight is that Violent gets involved. Violent doesn't die. And more importantly, Violent solo kills Chrysalis with nobody else around. So he gets the full bounty for it. Woo!
Обнял, приподнял.
The tide is turning. The tide is turning. Although they still did end up losing the tier 1 tower middle. And still, we did have an incredible fight by Fishman. Also, I'm really shocked they didn't have the damage to kill Puck. Ah, it was the press the attack. All right. Press the attack regen helped a lot in that situation. And now Baby 3 Piece has his blink. So does the... Oh, Denny went for BTs, okay. But they're still probably going to smoke here, right? For their prey. Fortunately for them, they are right in front of some very interesting quarry here. It is Chrysalis. Oh my god, will they find him? Will they find him? Baby 3 Piece. Does he get the right blink? He does, but doesn't know who to do. Does get it off, but the Stone Gaze came first. There's going to be the Morty's Kisses though. Trying to do some burn damage here is not going to be enough. Chrysalis is a little bit too big. And with the support of the rest of the team, Baby 3-Piece will find himself paying a very hefty price. Dota 2, game of margins. Had they went for that smoke 5 seconds sooner, suddenly Chrysalis is right here in front of them, right? He doesn't have time to react by getting off the Manta. And then he just dies, but because he does get off the Manta, that 1 extra second where we see Baby 3-Piece deciding who to duel between Chrysalis and his illusions gives Chrysalis enough time to trigger the Stone Gaze, make sure that half the duel is not actually really taking damage except from the Morty's Kisses. And it's super easy for them to clean up on the LC with the assistance of the Disruptor, Necrophos, etc. This Chrysalis Medusa already demonstrating what a problem he's going to prove to be in this game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It does not get easier for them as time goes on. Only gets more difficult to kill Chrysalis. That being said, look at Violence. No longer like 1,000 gold behind Chrysalis. Slowly but surely catching up. Yasha's arrived right now. BKB will be coming soon. And especially if Gachi is there. If Gachi is there, Medusa is going to be hating life next to this PA. Oh, that's nice. A Philosopher's Stone. Give that bad boy to Velo. Actually, no, give it to Gachi. Give it to Gachi. Gachi's already sitting with the shovel. Okay, it has to be Velo then. It's always nice to get those additional bounties. But I think ideally you want to be utilizing the Philosopher's Stone to get some... Yeah, they're going to give it to Velo. Okay, some economy Dota, y'all. Get this Aghanim Shard going. Ideally as well, you build into that Solar Crest, so... good stuff can come and emerge from Velo in this situation. Both teams playing in a sort of stalemate position. Chrysalis and the gang are going to be able to push down the tier 2 tower down bottom though. That allows them to take the outpost. Fishman has been very clutch with his movement in this game, making sure that all the correct areas are warded up before his team plays in those regions. That to me is one of the best things about TI, is right after TI, you always see like the overall level of Dota 2 in the world is higher. It's always amazing. Like the pro level, I mean. In the immediate weeks and months after TI, the pub level is worse because we have an influx of new players and we have an influx of current players thinking they're better than they are, trying to do stuff like playing Magnus every game. However, you can just see that the teams are better at their map movements than they used to be. I also imagine for a lot of these teams in Eastern Europe, you know, generally speaking, the region the TI winner comes from also tends to be the region that gets a lot of benefit. So, this Team Spirit lineup is going to be scrimming folk, playing pubs in this region, making everybody better. It's awesome.
MMR is just a number.
Yeah. Horn Toss was busted, dude. Woo! Horn Toss. Horn Toss. Interestingly enough, in the immediate aftermath of TI, there was a spike in Magnus being played from the offlane, and commensurately a drop in his win rate, lol. How far is Violence from having this BKB? So, just a paltry 1,000 gold before the full item is completed. Gachi staying nearby to provide the necessary protection. The sad thing is, though, we're going to be quite far away from having the Desolator. Fortunately, you do have Velo who's going to help you out by Fire Snap cookieing you and then blinking in with the low shredder. That will make some degree of difference, but they are still heavily reliant on execution to get their damage across. Toby did indeed end up going for the GG boots, going full utility here. GG boots, Pipe of Insight, Holy Locket. And they found a Nether Shore on Necro? Are you kidding me? Okay. Alright, cool. Cool, cool, cool.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Chrysalis has finished the full Eye of Skadi. And they better smoke. Yeah, dude, go smoke. Take a fight. You can actually Rosh right now if you win this fight. That's what they are looking for. They want to fight in the region. Know that this smoke's been broken though. Baby 3-piece as well as Gachi are nearby enough. And Gachi though gets glimpsed back. Does Gachi have buyback? Yeah, he does. Buyback. Well, actually, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. Trying to get away here. Press the attack. Has Aghanim shot as well for a bonus protection for herself. Alright, Gachi, you gonna buy back, fam? Oh no, guess not. They're gonna sack the Aegis. I guess they feel that until they have full BKB plus some extra goodies that... Oh, okay, never mind. He buys back now. I was so confused. The one good thing about that move though is because he bought back with only like 10 seconds left, if he dies back, it's not like an extremely long death. Dendi jumps in, gets the 2-hero Dream Coil. There's gonna be the duel. They're trying to get the kill onto the Queen of Pain. Will Stormstormer die? Yes, she will. But not before being able to unleash the Sonic Wave. However, these Morty's Kiss is putting a lot of pressure onto Toby. Almost ended up losing his life there. Manages to survive by the skin of his teeth. Gachi looking for the Echo Stomp. Not going to be able to find it just yet. And they don't have a clear target. Double damage available on Violence. Really would like to be able to use it. But who do you dive on? Now maybe they found Chrysalis here. Might just throw a couple of daggers across the river just to say hello. But recognizing that there's practically no point actually attacking the Medusa right now. You have to kill everybody else first. Alright, but that is a very big sign of life. They don't get the dual kill for this LC. They're still sitting at 10 damage 25 minutes in. However, it does give them the impetus to kill the Queen of Pain. Honestly, if Velo was closer, right? Honestly, the big thing that went wrong was that Velo wasn't there immediately with Morty's Kisses. If Velo was closer and there with the spell, they don't even lose the LC in that situation. Just a clean pick off and they get out. Yo, but yeah, the Sanjin Kaya, it definitely made a difference there in that situation. Between that as well as the plate mail, perhaps that's the rationale, right? They're like, well, their big source of damage is going to be coming from this LC blocking us down and then Violence jumping on me. So let me buy items that make me hard to just right-click down. I'll have Toby nearby with both Pipe of Insight and Greaves so that the magical damage that comes from Velo isn't that significant either. And Dendi boss doesn't have Veil or anything. It's just a straight up Witchblade, so there's no... Outside of the natural order, there's literally no magical damage amp in this game. Stormstormer and the crew. Here they come. It's their time to go for a smoke with 3 heroes in position. But no! They got the duel. They got the duel so early. There comes the Morty's Kisses. Do they have the damage for this kill? Yes, they do. Right after they get off the Elder Titan Splitter. They do end up having to exchange the life of Baby 3-piece for this one. But hashtag worth. Any day of the week, you'll take that trade. Trade offer. Give us your Queen of Pain. We'll give you a Legion Commander. However, with Queen of Pain alive sooner than LC, this might still work out for the side of Creepwave if they can secure this Roshan. They know that they've been scouted, but they also know there's no Splitter, there's no Dream Coil, there's no Morty's Kisses. All the spells that are really, really good around the Roshan pit are down. And they still have access to their Static Storm, with Queen of Pain respawning in 15 seconds. Pretty sure they do not want to buy back on LC, but how will they manage to make this hold? Looks like they're just going to be able to take this. They're slow sieging it at the moment. Is Dendi going to try and make his way over with the BTs? Yeah, he is. Dendi's coming. Dendi's coming. Echo Stomp. I love how they're using the Nightmare to dodge the Echo Stomp to make this go by sooner, but... Woo! This is a dangerous place to be. Splitter's coming back in 30 seconds, but they have all the other spells. Well, at least they have Dream Coil. How will they do this? Stone Gaze, triggered out. Violet got the Aegis! Violet got the Aegis. Violet made it happen. Will he be able to get out of dodge as well? Oh, Scatterblast. There's going to be a Dream Coil out onto Dendi. This should be a kill onto the Park after Dream Coil connected onto 2. The rest of the team needs to make their way out of here. Dendi sacrificed his life so that Violence could keep this Aegis. Limps back on Velo. Should be a fairly easy kill onto the Snapfire. Did indeed get enough gold for the Scatterblast thanks to the Philosopher's Stone. So upgrade thanks to the Shard. It's great that they snatch the Aegis and prevent Chrysalis from having it, but Chrysalis got a lot of gold out of that fight. Oh my goodness.
Radiant's middle tower.
What a way to play this game. Maybe 3-piece. Just throwing in as much harass as they can. 10 seconds until Velo is up.
Under attack.
Indy soon to follow thereafter. They should just sack this tier 2. Even without the Aegis, Chrysalis is feeling a little bit too strong right now. The thing is, they can't fight with the Medusa posted up very far forward. And without Puck being available to try and get into the backline of the fight, pretty much a moot point to try and take any kind of engagement. Also, I'm loving that Dendy went for the Desolator, so the phase shift attack was already picked up. It'll be very interesting to see. I think they realize that they need more negative armor, and PA doesn't want to have to go back for Desolator at this stage of the game. Oof, if they had vision here, dude. Oof, that would be great. They want a bigger target. I feel like, oh man, Fishman's gonna break the smoke maybe. Yeah, he is. He breaks it, but Dendy's in a very good position. They got the duel. They found the ET. Chrysalis is gonna find himself losing a lot of the mana here, falling very low on health. They kill Legion Commander first, and with the Stone Gaze right clicks, Chrysalis has made a lot happen. Violent will get Reaper Sight, but not nearly enough damage, and now they're out of mana on Chrysalis. There's still a lot of heal though, and Stormstormer with the massive Sonic Wave, able to tear through Velo and Violent. BKB doesn't matter. There's a Fiend's Grip almost immediately. Violent is gonna die here. They bit off more than they could chew. You just cannot jump Chrysalis first. You have to kill everybody else. Despite being the primary target, despite having every spell committed on him, still has half HP on this Medusa. Woo! Damage, damage, damage. They have none. They don't have any of it. Despite ET there with the natural order. I mean, to be fair, Chrysalis is super stacked. Like, very, very big. But still, that was very depressing how long it took them. Also, I'm so surprised. Why is LC still continuing to duel Chrysalis? I feel like if they do... Because they actually had vision of Fishman, right? If they duel Fishman there, and they duel him... Like, you blink forward, and then you face this way to duel him. Like, you face towards the southwest. Then Medusa can't actually run in front of you with Stone Gaze, because she was caught this side with the Dream Coil. That allows you to kill Fishman. Maybe you get a pick off onto somebody else, but the main thing is that after Fishman is dead, suddenly there's no glimpse, there's no kinetic field, and you can actually escape the Medusa. Oh boy. The thing is as well, there's no one item that Bait can buy that's going to solve all their issues. You see this PA trying to build Satanic as Basher, but Satanic will help survivability, but the main issue is damage. No one's dying. Well, specifically Chrysalis isn't dying, and they keep jumping on Chrysalis, so... But even the other heroes, we're at a point now where other cores, if they get dueled, probably don't die. And we see bottom lane Stormstormer able to survive against both Velo and Dendy. Might die though eventually. But it took a lot of it. A 2v1 and they still barely killed him. Barely. Maybe 3-piece. They see this Bane Elemental considering going in for the duel, but it is not a good idea. No Chrysalis is coming down. Fishman's already here. Glimpse back. Oh, that might actually save the Puck's life. Shout out. Indy's like, oh, sweet. Thanks, bro. Chrysalis. What you got, man? Oh, there's some reason a whole Bates team smoked up around him.
Dire's middle tower.
Bates are playing so aggressively for a team that's this far behind, honestly. But I like it. They're not just rolling over. They're still trying to contest for areas around the map. Still forcing Creepwave to play with a lot of team cohesion. If they weren't doing this, like still bounding forward as often as they are, Creepwave would probably feel very comfortable like splitting the map and spreading out in various areas on it. But because this is happening, Creepwave are more and more likely to play behind the Medusa, which does give space on the map. They're losing the game, right now as bait, and they know that they're losing the game, but it's not over just yet. One thing they cannot allow, though, is for the next Aegis to go into the hands of this Medusa or the Storm or Quap. Especially now that Quap is in the build-up towards getting DKB and Lincoln Sphere. Oh my goodness. How do you kill her after that point? People are just going for the unkillable strat. If we don't die, we win the game. Easy. Smoke up from them. Find any targets on this side of the map. They don't catch anybody on this here high ground. Oh, get a Nightmare out onto the baby 3-piece, but Indy very happy to take it away from him. Nightmare juggles. What's the longest you can Nightmare juggle for, I wonder? Like, does Dota 2 actually have a cap for how many times you can do that? I actually wonder. What's up, board BKB? You know why she... Now, most games, Medusas don't buy BKB, right? So you ask yourself, why is Medusa buying BKB in this game? So let us examine the damage that's coming out of Fate, shall we? With BKB, Puck does nothing. With BKB, Morty's Kisses no longer do anything. With BKB, crucially, Natural Order. This is the one spell. This is literally the only spell Medusa's scared of. The only spell. In fact, we've seen that the only time that Medusa has died has been when Gachi wasn't too far away from him. But now you have BKB, all of that is moot. Just sit there and right click. A half a minute. Oh. Violence building in towards getting a Skadi. I like the change from having the Satanic be queued up. I didn't like Satanic. It's like, whatever. Staying alive isn't the... It's a problem, but it's not the problem you have right now. Although, they have somehow managed to keep the game from sliding too far away from themselves. They're still farming. They're still keeping in good stead.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yo, if this... The Dota we're seeing in D2CL, if this is an indication of what DPC Dota is going to look like for Eastern Europe, that's going to be good times. Not seeing nearly as much ridiculous Divine. Not like Divine doesn't happen, but... You know, the regionals already became known for being slow but reckless. Now it's just slow and considered, so it's... I think it was Eastern Europe, right, that had the highest average game time last season.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Violent. Moving in right now. Actually changed his mind again from the Skadi, going for the Nullifier. Actually not going for it, has the Nullifier. I like this a lot.
Dire's bottom tower has
Will
fallen.
help certainly versus these targets that he's going to be trying to jump on.
Dire's bottom tower is under
In
attack.
particular, I think it's going to help a lot versus Toby. Obviously, it'll have some assistance against Chrysalis, but I think Toby's the main man that they really want to use this on. No Greaves, no Locket, no Hood of Defiance, nothing, none of that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, y'all aren't lying. +4 snap, Velo is taking all the net worth on the map. But it's a little bit of cheating because Velo's just been sitting with this Philosopher's Stone whilst Baby 3-piece is just not finding any farm anywhere. Having a classic Legion Commander game. And still only has 10 dual damage at 36 minutes. Woof. Alright, this is rough. This is very, very rough. They gave the Aegis over towards Stormstormer, who took the Aghanim Shard, so was given towards Chrysalis. So now we have the Cold-Blooded perk. In addition to having a full Butterfly, there's no way near an MKB on this side of the team for bait. Although, oh, Fishman, there is a Disruptor. Got a Gula, or rather the full ultimate out. Toby falling very low. Chrysalis will be able to turn back and get the quick kill onto this Legion Commander. Dendy, you need to get out of here. Look how hard Chrysalis hits. My god. Chrysalis just does so much damage. Honestly, it's worth it. killing Toby in that situation, definitely worth it. Considering how much more net worth he has in this Legion Commander. It also buy some time. It's the time that they're using this Aegis, not taking objectives. But Creepwave also realized, wait a second, we should just A-click them. They don't even have Toby here. Their healing engine is not anywhere nearby, but they don't feel like they need him. They're like, dude, we're so strong right now.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Violent. Trying to get into the background of the fight. They get a very quick kill onto this Bane Elementer, but Violet might still die. Violet, you need to get up. Wrong direction. Dendy was right here. Why did you go that way? Violet, no. No, mate, no. And LC brought back to give you that escape route. Dendy might end up dying as well. Will he be able to get away here? Thunderstrike not going to be enough to kill him. Does barely manage to escape. Oh, gets a flicker on the way out at the very least. Now they have to consider buying back on Violence. Why did he jump back this way? Dude, didn't even see. God.
Radiant's middle barracks.
Alright, it's game over.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Fortunately for them, they're being saved by the backdoor protection. I feel like Dendy, instead of going all the way home, should maybe have tried to cut Creepwaves, but because there's a tier 1 tower middle still, it's very difficult to make that kind of move.
Has fallen.
Creepwave. Now we'll head bottom. And despite them having the Elder Titan, this is
Radiant's bottom
classic PA into Medusa game. Just not enough damage. Have to kill everybody else, but it's easier for Creepwave to... It's easier for Chrysalis alone to just sit there and kill everybody on bait than it is for everybody on bait to kill Chrysalis.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Now Stormstormer has BKB. BKB Lincoln Sphere with Shiva's Aegis. Still have the Butterfly, Scotty, BKB on this Medusa. Toby sitting pretty. Trying to build into having a full Heart of Tarask. It's just, yeah. Curtains at this point, and of course Fishman has had this Aghanim Scepter for a bit. Hasn't even really needed to use it that much. Oh, okay. Ultimate coming in. They go onto Chrysalis. This is not going to go well as they get gripped on them. The PA gets gripped. Medusa just stands her ground, throws in all the damage, right-clicking through everybody. Why jump Chrysalis again? Why? Then he's going to end up dying outside of the base as well as he gets caught out by Toby and Stormstormer. I feel like they knew the game was over, so don't even take it too seriously with that last jump. Like, it literally perplexed me. Y'all heard my voice break. Like, I lost words because my mind was like, wait a second. They jumped Medusa. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they got stopped over there, alright. Woo! That was not a fun game. Not a fun game for the Creepwave side. Or for bait, excuse me. Definitely a rough outing. It's pretty much for everybody. Like, Dendy did have a pretty decent game, to be fair. And he did his best to truly enable the team, but he just didn't have damage. Like, ever. Wow, Creepwave played this game really well. I think for me, the thing that really shows that they understood what to do in this game isn't the fact that they had the heroes they had, but the itemization. Look at this. Ghost Shrub, Ghost Scepter to make sure that PA does nothing. GG Boots, Holy Locket. We've got BKB Scotty, BKB Lincolns, Aghanim Scepter Rush with nothing else. They knew exactly what was up. And we just got to the point in the game where it didn't feel like Bait was actually doing anything, you know? They'd go in for a fight, and you're just like, oh, well, Bait's doing that. Bait's doing that. And then they jump a target, and then the target would be Chrysalis. And then they don't kill Chrysalis, and then he kills all of them. Yo, baby 3-piece. How many times have we had this issue, actually, in the Eastern European region, right? Where, in particular, these offlaners will have very good starts to the game, but have a very difficult time, the newer offlaners in particular, finishing it. Once we got past, like, the, 15-minute mark, it just really felt like this Legion Commander did nothing throughout the rest of the game. Look how little damage was actually provisioned by this LC. Nothing. 7k damage? Are you kidding me? Absolutely nothing. Elder Titan also didn't really get that much mileage in this game, although there were some really good scenarios where we did get to see the full combo. Dream Coil, Earth Splitter, the Morty's Kisses following up on top of that. Violence there, cleaving through everybody. Every now and then we did get to see it, and when we did see it early on in the game, it looked very, very promising and super strong. But yeah. Yo, I was doubting the Necro pick, but Toby played it like, they played it really sick. What I don't think helped, right? I do think that the Necro lane went way better than it was supposed to, way better than expected, because though, yes, Necro is a winning lane into PA, it's not supposed to win that hard. Like, Violent got demolished. Let's actually look at the 10-minute net worth here. Look at that. That's not supposed to happen. Like, that gap is a bit too big. Yes, you're going to lose the lane, but like this, yo. I think we saw actually a couple of times in that lane that there was a little bit of miscommunication between Gachi and Violent in terms of how far Violent should be in the lane while Gachi is busy pulling and vice versa and stuff like that. It was the courier kill that took away the Ring of Health. In that lane, as PA, you have to rush Ring of Health, right? Obviously, that's what PA does anyway. But you have to in this lane in particular, otherwise you're going to get muscled out because of regen. And that period of time when they didn't have that Ring of Health, right? That represented like 3 minutes without anything for PA to do. PA could literally not do anything in that lane for that period of time. Free lane for the Necro, allowed to just get off to a roaring start. Stormstormer as well, I think, did a pretty decent job. The initial rotations were quite good. Good usages of the ultimate. Fishman played quite well. Fishman, yo, these European disruptor players are actually out here. So shout out to the Fishman. I think he did really well too. The Bane also. Actually, the whole team played well. The whole team played really well. Bane in particular also did some really cool stuff with the Nightmare usages to dodge out the Echo Stomp. Every single time he'd wait until it's about to proc. Nightmare dodge, take out the Nightmare off of the affected carry hero. It's effectively like having a dispel. It was amazing to watch. So Creepwave, very well deserved victory for themselves. Hey, TV Hoff, what's up? What's going on? It has been a minute. Welcome back, fam. Good to have you with us. So I kind of feel like they had a very good idea of how to utilize their heroes in this game. They got much better starts to their lanes than they should have gotten otherwise. Mid went normally, bottom went way better than expected. And even the top lane, I must say, like, it wasn't actually terrible. They got very few kills onto the Disruptor, so they weren't really able to accelerate the LC as much as they were hoping for at that point in the game. And we never really got to see Dendi early on in the game. Like, very often we saw it later on, but early on we didn't see Dendi going to where the LC was to ensure that they had at least some degree of magical damage around the duel. So, just a little bit of miscommunication here and there from the side of Bait. Really good team play from Creepwave. Very good understanding of what they needed to do. So now, yes, both Fishman and Chrysalis have played for Bait. Are you even an up-and-coming player in the European region, right? In Eastern Europe, if you haven't played for Bait, if you haven't played for Dendi, nah, doesn't even count. I do think, though, going into the second game, that Bait, if they can firstly not pick PA into Medusa or stuff like that, I think they were really overestimating the degree of damage that they could get out of the Elder Titan, how well the game was going to go. Game went very poorly for Violent. Not surprised also, you know, it's the way of the PA nowadays. With all of this being said and done, we are now done with game 1. Time for game 2. So we're going to be seeing whether or not the gang can come back, you know, sort of sort the situation out, not allow themselves to completely lose their composure. That's the main thing. A lot of the times with newer teams, the main issue isn't skill. Skill is an issue, but the issue is composure. So we'll see whether or not Bates has it, or if Creepwave are living up to the billing as one of the newer and more intriguing European teams to be following in the coming season. So stick around, y'all. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with game 2. In the meantime, make sure that you are following the channel, you know. Look at the new comrades out here. El Sawyer pulling through like a G. Of course, Kandisile. We thank you. Shout out to y'all. And of course, I do want y'all to take a moment. Right? Go follow me on Twitter. I'm almost at 1,000. Yo, 1,000 will be... Let's see. Can I make 1,000 before the end of November? I hope so. We'll try. Help me get 1,000 Twitter followers before the end of November. And of course, if you have the ability, not if you don't, but if you do have the ability, Would very much appreciate if you joined some illustrious folk like River God Sobek in the Ensnared subscription club. Get access to these here fire emotes. You know, things are pretty buck. Things are wild here. It's awesome. And yeah, let's end the month on a good note. With that, game 1 done, game 2 coming. So don't go anywhere. When we return, some more hype, some more action, some more Dota 2.
And there the whole world will see the glorious light of this nation. That is house. I will take you to the mountaintop. And there the whole world will see the glorious light of this nation. That is house. You see, people, house is more than a nation. House is a feeling. House is a sanctuary. House is a release. House will pick you up when you feel down. House will make you strong when you feel weak. House will fill you up when you feel hungry. He said, if you vote for me, I can make the sun rise, take a little bit longer. I can make the dance floors just a little bit stronger. So y'all can stop
We're back. We out here. Game 2. We're doing it. Creepwave taking on the side of Bait in the group stages. The Dota 2 Champions League, D2CL. I don't know why I always do my intro so clean when I'm doing it for free. I feel like I should save some of that for when I'm on broadcast. When they're paying the money, that's when you get the good intro. So we just out here chilling. Game 2 about to go down. Creepwave already one game up, and there's two things I think we can take away from that last game. First and foremost is that Creepwave is just the better team, right? That's the first thing. The second thing though is that Creepwave, when I saw this new roster, I was like, this has potential. Obviously, I didn't know that much about Kataomi, aka Suzumi, Kuya, I think it was, or something like that. But just look at this roster of names. And when you think about like some of the play styles we've seen them on their various teams, you're like, this can work. This can work. This can work, actually. All of them, for various different reasons, had struggled to find like a very strong holding team that everybody plays a similar style. But I think this can actually work for Creepwave. Of course, we'll need a lot more time to see, but they're already 3-0 in the group right now. If they win this one, they are going to be going up 4-0.
Radiant team pick.
4-0, yo. That's pretty bug. That's pretty bug. Unfortunately, if Bait loses this one, they'll be handed their first loss. This is their first game for Bait, so still a lot of time to develop, a lot of time to get all the kinks in order and figure something out. For Bait, they were on second pick this time around, playing in the dire side. Creepwave, Radiant with first pick, and the expensive first pick on the IO. Alright, we don't see Eastern European IO all that much, so very curious to see how they're going to be utilizing this. What's the IO partner? Oof, this might be the lane partner. God, this lane is strong. Woo! IO Slaughter. Woo! Woo! Also, it's nice having Slaughter in games against Weaver. It's one of those interactions. It used to be like a primary interaction because people used to only pick Weaver into the safe lane position. Then you pick Slaughter, cool. Throw some haze on him, you're good. Nowadays, Slaughter's a little bit rough to run in a lot of different lineups. Doesn't always work in every game, can be a bit finicky in the laning phase. Often needs a hero like IO to pair with him to make him super effective. But in this instance, he's out here chilling. Got himself access here to much better lane. If he's playing into a core Weaver, doesn't have to worry as much.
Team ban.
Oh, absolutely hero of the day, Disruptor. Hey, El Sawyer, shout out to you. Shout out to you. And everybody, Jareen has done us the favor of opening up a prediction for us. So please do us a favor. Please go do that predict. Let me know who you think is going to win. Put your channel points on the line. Earn yourself some emotes. Do some stuff. One of the things I really like about what Bait has done here and the adaptation from game 1, they're firstly, yo, I like that they took the Bane for themselves. It was very clear how good Bane was, and Bane honestly is just, for TI, I had put Bane as one of my most picked heroes. I think I had him as most picked because Bane is, and the few games that we got to see Bane, it was like, wow, this hero is good. It's like, yes, this is a very good hero. I was very surprised at how little it was picked, but then again, there was Elder Titan and Tiny, so I'm not too mad about that one. Of course, this could easily be the support duo between the two. I would like it if it was a support duo because Bane has, we saw in the previous game, the Nightmare dodges to save people in certain situations. Eventually, Weaver's able to get himself to the Aghanim Scepter. Then you have an additional save on top of it. But then Bane can also help save one target, isolate another like the IO Slaughter. Weaver keeps somebody else alive elsewhere in the fight.
Dire team ban.
Ah, thanks also. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Glad you're having fun. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. That's the important thing. So I think for Bait, a very clear thing as well that emerged from the last game is their need to find different avenues of entering and engaging the fight. They were really struggling in the last game with initiation, so we don't really see a clear person who's jumping forward just yet. Would love to see some Ember Spirit or something. Always like playing Ember versus IO or into IO. You can interrupt the relocate. It's a lot of burst damage. You can reach him directly to kill him. if they want to be playing like a core Weaver, they could potentially consider getting themselves the Young Snapfire. Morty's Kisses, very useful spell still. And having Little Shredder, always nice when you have physical damage carries, but I'm tending towards this Weaver being a support. Especially when you have last pick. Like, why would you first pick a carry hero in that situation? Now they have to start revealing though, so I think now you pick the hero for baby 3-piece.
10 seconds.
What's in the game that's decent here? I can go Tidehunter. I go Void Spirit. Alright. So this is the Dendi hero. This is the Reach hero. So it's not going to be... The option is not going to be Ember Spirit. It's a Void Spirit. Same principle. It allows you to get to the back lines. It allows you to kill IO. In some regard, it's a little bit better because it's very easy to set up with the Aether Remnant on top of the relocate target. As soon as you know where it's coming back to, drop that and you are ready. And of course, later on in the game, when you get Aghanim Scepter, Resonant Pulse against IO tethers is so good. As soon as you're on top of IO, you guarantee you're on top of the target. The Resonant Pulse will hit them both, will silence them both, make the fight a lot easier for yourself. You don't have to spend as much time searching for the right person. You isolate the IO, you've got the target, and vice versa. Although there is still potential for like an SF to emerge in the mid lane for Stormstormer. I don't know if he plays SF. Wind Ranger will now emerge. I imagine that this is going to be the hero that goes into the position 4. This should be the Suzuya hero. It could possibly be Stormstormers. We'll see. All depends on what this next pick is. And I get the Silencer. Alright, so it is Stormstormer, Wind Ranger in the mid lane. Silencer is going to be there. I feel like the Silencer hero is also being kind of slept on right now. This hero is bug. It was crazy good. We saw some of it at TI as well. How good the hero can be. But I feel like this hero is actually legit. In this game as well, what they can do is quite easily... They can set up like these maneuvers, right? Where you go in with the Slaughter, for example. Before Slaughter has even gotten onto the target, they're already triggering the relocate. As soon as the relocate arrives, global silence, baby. Nobody can do anything. That's the general route I'm seeing of them being able to trigger off their assassinations. Of course, you've got this Wind Ranger hero as well, who if she's nearby, she can also supply quite a bit of damage, a little bit of lockdown as well. And interestingly, whenever you play heroes like Weaver, Disruptor, etc., you always want to make sure that your team has some kind of additional way to get vision of the map, right? Wind Ranger might not be ideal, but Power Shot can actually go a pretty large distance to find a little bit of vision for you. Slaughter can utilize that. They don't have that much magic damage either on the side of Bait. Like, all they have is Void Spirit, so Wind Run is actually an immortality hack, the way it stands right now. Provided Beastmaster and Bane aren't there to, like, instantly get off some degree of lockdown onto you. Aussie liking that sounds pretty good. Oh my gosh, Punam Strike, what's up? What's up? What's going on? What's going on, fam? How's it going? I'm glad to see you again too. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. Oh, so good to see you. I love seeing familiar names and familiar faces. Drow gets banned. So we still need a safe lane, alright, for Bait. They have Lost Pick. I think that's the one luxury of Lost Pick, right? You get to really see what the enemy is revealed. I don't think they know just yet what carry they want to play. But what they should be banning is all the things they're scared of with IO. That's a good ban, taking out the PA. IO, one of the better steroids. Not as good as we've seen Magnus be in the past, but still decent. There's no Morph, there's no Medusa, there's no Lina, there's no Luna, there's no Monkey King. What are they going to be pairing this IO with? This could be Gyrocopter, not really as good as it used to be, especially in that carry role, but it still is a possibility, especially when there is IO. It's one of these things you can't overlook. Same is true for... Oh no, Ursa's bad, never mind. Back in the day, we used to see like Ursa Bristlebacks, IO Bristlebacks come up. Actually, might not be the worst idea here. Because Bates, yet again, are looking like they're going to have some damage struggles throughout this game. So potentially getting a hero that frustrates that even more might be nice. Unfortunately, maybe not Bristleback. Aether Remnant, really rough. You know, drags you back, turns you around, then suddenly they're dishing out the damage to you anyway. Tiny, potentially? If this was TI, I'd be like, yo, where's Tiny? How is Tiny still in this game? And Bates, yeah, they don't want to take the chance. They still ban the gyrocopter. Not as good, not nearly as top shelf, but it's still a thing. It's still a thing. It's still a thing. Ooh, you did a performance in Hammerfist. Yo, what did you do? What did you do? Let's put us on this hype. Put us on this hype. Tell us what you're about there, my friend. Theater production at that. I'm hyped. Are there any links potentially that we could see? Or at the very least, like sign up links? Yo, that sounds so bug. Yo, Puna, listen. Nah, we need to see this. We need to see this, please. Meantime, I think we talked about this earlier, right? That Tidehunter could be possibly for them. Looks like they're gonna be running Slaughter in the safe lane. Okay. Safe lane IO Slaughter, off lane Tidehunter. And Bates will just go for the last pick Slog. Ew. Wait, you're pulling through on the phone. Yo, that is some top shelf dedication. That's some top shelf dedication, actually. We clap. We put the shout out for you, man. Pulling through from the freaking airport on the phone. What a G. All I can do for you, fam, is just yeah. Wait, hold on. Why's my thing not working? Oh gosh, not working. It's not working. I was gonna clap for you. I don't know if the soundboard came through, but I was just gonna clap for you right quick. It's complicated. So what happened with the Dendy thing is that he's still in bait, but the slot that is owned in the DPC, he doesn't have that slot anymore. So this DPC slot is with somebody else in a very twisted and bizarre set of events. So Dendy still has bait the team, but the other person has the DPC slot, which is that's what we're gonna say about that. Just yeah. So. We're now getting into the game, y'all. We have ourselves the full draft, the last pick of the slot. I love this pick. There is barely any lockdown for the slot because they know. Oh, Toby's playing the slot. So who's going safe lane? Is this safe lane Wind Ranger? No, it's safe lane Tidehunter for Chrysalis. Away, mate. Away. This is very interesting. I think one of the reasons why they picked the Slok, they were hoping to match the Slok into the Tidehunter lane, because that lane is very good for Slok. But playing into IO Slaughter, not so good. So they definitely want to avoid this. I would want to avoid this if I'm playing Slok. I really thought it was going to be safe lane Slaughter. However, if the slot gets big this game, they have no answers at all. Like, they cannot do anything against, like, a properly farmed slot for violence. Ooh, this game is actually going to be lit. This one has a potential to be a proper barn burner. At the very least, it'll be intriguing, right? Chrysalis Tidehunter. I am fairly certain that this is the first time Chrysalis has played Tidehunter in the safe lane. This might be one of the only times Tidehunter safe lane has been played, so we're going to be in for a treat. Let's do it. Let's go. We're doing this to say shout out to Punham for the performance. Well done, comrade. And shout out to pulling through from the airport. Damn. So, game is now underway. Bait did manage to pick up 3 of the beginning 4 bounties. So that's certainly a good way to be able to start this game. I'm going to be keeping very close tabs and eyes on Chrysalis. I feel like this is the lane to watch, honestly. Like, safely, yeah, you don't see this. You don't see this. I really want to see how this pans out. What's this lane like? How does it get played? What do you build on this hero? Like, I'm guessing the entire point of this build is to try to get to level 15 as quickly as possible. Like the additional chase down damage with the bonus on the gush.
MMR is just a number.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Game is underway though. Well, the lane is going to be kind of boring though, right? Because it's just anchor smash on the one side, wars on the other. Meh. Meh, 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 meh. Yo, speaking of wars, do y'all remember that crazy patch with wild axes? Yo, yeah. With the scepter patch, every game, Beastmaster middle, build wild axes, Aghanim scepter was awesome. Mid lane, this is going to be a matchup that Dendi should be comfortable winning. As long as he is positioned correctly, I don't think there's any real threat against him. Moreover, you should be able to get the majority of the CS here against this Wind Ranger. So, expecting Dendi to do quite well here. Of course, a lot easier for him to be active on the map as well. Also, I really want to see what Stormstormer builds after he finishes the Maelstrom. There's been such a bevy of Wind Ranger builds. Oh my gosh, yeah. Armal abused the hell out of it. And yeah, Jirin, I think that you are correct that this is an experimental game a little bit. Creepwave are... This is the winner's advantage, right? When you win a game and you're convinced that you're better enough than your opponent that you can try stuff, it's a very freeing place to be. Very, very freeing place to be. We'll come back to bottom in a second. Just want to quickly touch on top. Top lane, if Gachi wasn't here, my goodness. Violet would be hating life. This is not a fun lane to play. They just run at you and they hit you and they hit you and they hit you. Oh gosh. Do me a favor, Punam. There you go. You should be able to chat again. My bad. My bad, my bad, my bad. The O-bot is, you know how the O-bot can be. But now, don't worry. You won't have any problems with the O-bot. You're all good. Toby. Demonstrating why, without the Bane, Violent would hate life in the top lane. As soon as Bane leaves, Toby just runs at you. Got the IO to back him up. Oh my gosh. I'd be so scared if I was Violent, but he's holding it down, playing very carefully. Not wandering too far out of tower range. Making sure to stay in some degree of safety. Sadly though, because of the way the lane is set up, Toby gets effective free farm in this top part of the map. Meaning that the side of Creepwave will be off to a very good start. Gachi. We die here. Nightmare ends up saving him. Yeah, that was a close call though. It was a very close call. Bottom lane. Chrysalis. 14 CS on him right now. Oh, yes. Shut up. Put him. No. You can put links in chat now. I gave you privileges. You're fine. Okay. Thank you for this link. The two-body orchestra. Please click that link, yo. This is hype. I'm down. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, man. What do you build on Tidehunter carry? I don't know. I'm so confused. I'm also thinking that, like, one of the really sucky things about the way that draft is considered is that Bates have a really hard time responding to threats on the map. Like, Gachi's dead. First blood. Gachi pops the fairy fire at the very last second. Woo! Close place to be. Forced to ferry in some additional regen from the base just to be able to stay alive in this situation. Same time, down bottom, Velo losing his life, but actually they might turn around back onto Chrysalis. The double bore slow is down onto him. Unfortunately, the arcane curse on Velo means that he can't really get back in. Also out of HP right now. They need to get more regen down bottom. Feels like in this early game, Bates is spending quite a bit of money on the regen. But it is what it is. You do what you have to do to survive. One cool thing as well for Chrysalis playing the safe lane tired is that past a certain point in the lane matchup against this Beastmaster, Beastmaster loses the ability to hurt you alone. So if Velo is not here without Swarm Bugs, literally nothing they can do. Middle. Oh, Stormstormer. Trying to go in for a kill onto Dendi. They do bring in Velo here to help out. And as soon as this wind run ends, Stormstormer should be a little bit careful. Dendi, though, hasn't cracked 6, so does not have access to the Astral Step. Can't close the gap. Velo doesn't want to leave the vicinity, though. Wants to stick around just in case Dendi decides to make a jump, but don't think that's really going to be happening.
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant scan does connect onto Velo, so they know that he's here. Dendi, are we jumping? Nah, they're just trying to make sure that they get the rune secure. They might actually want to make this jump right now. Wind run will be triggered by Stormstormer. Understands that he's in a bit of danger at this point. Will be able to escape in decent stead. Silencer will just return down bottom. Continue the harass game onto baby 3-piece. If they had Ravage, they could actually kill him, but they do not, so they're just gonna zone him back. Say, hey man, go play by your tower. That's where you live. That's your home. Like, fine, I guess I'll do it. The very scary thing as well is that because they have decided to put the Tidehunter in the safe lane, generally speaking, Beastmaster is a really good, useful hero against safe laners because of how good Primal Roar is. In this game, you got Kraken Shell. Even when you do start Primal Roaring Chrysalis, not gonna really matter all that much to him. He's like, okay, cool. I'll be okay. I'll be fine. So now your Roar targets, you can't draw Slaughter, right? Because he's always going to get reload out by this IO. So you have to try and figure out how to get the Roar out onto this IO or the Silencer. Wind Ranger probably triggers Wind Run every time. It's going to be hard to reliably kill her. Just that one switch of a tactics suddenly makes the game a lot more difficult for baby 3-piece than it would have been otherwise. Lads into Helm. That's an intriguing one. He's building the Echo Saber now, but it is possible that he ends up going that route. Oh, watch, he's gonna go like Echo Saber, AC Daedalus or something like that. Mid lane, they found Fishman. Dendi ends up bringing him down with Velo, and they secure the first blood for this Weaver off the life of the Silencer. Very nicely done for the side of Bait. A good way to start the game is Dendi. They might find a kill of their own right now. Yep. Gonna be able to bring down Gachi. Oh, the attempted TP out. Will he succeed? No, he will not. The juggle of the Nightmare very sadly ends up going negatively for the Bane Elemental. So Gachi will lose his life. And this might be the first rotation. Dendi pops the Invis rune. There are 3 heroes close by down bottom. Chrysalis, I don't think they saw the Invis rune get popped. And Dendi, oh, he actually bottled through. So they're going to have vision of him coming up, but it might not matter. There's the Swarm Bugs leading off onto Chrysalis. Does have access to Ravage. This is not an easy kill. This is still a Tidehunter. And they got him. They got him. And they forced him to use Ravage. That honestly is the best part of getting this kill. The kill itself is pretty good, but the fact that there's no Ravage available opens up quite a few options for the side of Bait.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Stormstormer getting closer towards having Maelstrom. And what's really sad though is that as much as they just got a kill onto Chrysalis down bottom, we're having a retread of game number 1. Sadly, once more, a very poor lane for Violent. Very fortunately though, doesn't die this time, and honestly, when you're playing Slock in the early game, sometimes that's good enough. Just not dying. You got to Falcon Blade with PTs without dying a single time. That's good enough, man. And down bottom, ooh, they actually got a kill onto Chrysalis again. They do manage to bring down the Beastmaster, but Chrysalis, remember, this is a safe lane Tidehunter. He's an important piece of the cog. He dies. At the same time, Violent gets some net worth by picking off Fishman with the assistance of Gachi. This is very important for Slock. You need to get these early kills to start getting the perma-agi going. Very far behind on the net worth at present, but we'll be making this catch-up.
under attack.
Oh, yeah, I was just giving you all the privileges there, Punam. Giving you what you needed. You can post all the links. So now we see your gas. We see the hype. We're ready for the dance extravaganza.
Dire's middle
The top
tower
lane,
is
Toby's
under
pretty
attack.
set to take out this tier 1. It's not in deny range just yet. Would be nice if it was that Velo could get rid of it, but it isn't. So they're actually coming in with some support. They want to try and get the kill onto Toby. Will they be able to get the... No mana for the reload. No mana for the reload. Toby might end up dying to bugs here, and indeed he does. Velo running through him as well onto this Suzuya young Wisp, who's going to die right after the dissimulate from Dendi. Oh, no, right click will not come, but he might still tick out from the soul release. Velo there with the Urn of Shadows. Makes it happen that they get the 2 kills, and they drew Fishman into utilizing Global Silence. That's so nice. Actually might set up for another kill here. Velo doesn't have Swarm Bugs, but they do have the Aether Remnants, putting back Fishman into a bad position. Dendi finishes him off with the Dissimulate. Phenomenal start to the game here. Creepwave came top just to keep farming, to try and support the slaughter, but end up all paying the price in the situation. Gachi, Nightmare out onto Toby. Try and halt him from chasing too far forward. Toby will be able to get the bash and the Slithering Crush. Stormstormer finishes him off with the power shot. Easy way to get some additional gold for your Wind Ranger.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
However, all this time, Slot's been fine. To be fair, looking at his net worth, not very effectively, but he's still been fine.
I'll take that.
Honestly, though, the big thing is the fact that they've managed to keep all their towers. Like, they're going to end up losing the top tower now, but given how this lane was going, right, it's honestly a miracle that it took them this long to lose the building.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top
So,
tower
still a pretty
has
big
fallen.
deal that they managed to keep it up for as long as they did. Hello and Dendi, where are they going? Are we trying to kill Chrysalis again? Who's going Echo Saber straight into Satanic. Okay. Gonna end up losing his life here, though. I don't think they have any vision of him. They don't see him yet, but they know. Oh, actually, they do see him. They do see him. They have vision. Oh, gotta love playing with Beastmaster. Hawk just does everything for you. There it is. This game... Do you go Ags Shard? I think you go Ags. Definitely. Right? I definitely think you go Ags. But I'm not sure if you go Shard as well. I think they need some damage items. I'm not convinced about the safe lane Tidehunter, of course. So I would like to just see some pure right-click action coming in from Stormstormer. The double wind run, though, is just a pretty much must-have in this game. Makes you so difficult to kill by any of these heroes from bait. After that, though, it gets a little bit iffy and complicated. Oh. My door. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. And an annoying as fuck Eva keeps complaining about goddamn fucking sending the gods to do it instead of coming up like a like a real person and talking to me, but whatever. It's fine. Who the hell cares? Who the hell cares? Fuck that guy. We're back. Very pissed, very annoyed, but we're back. We return. And I'm hoping that the rest of this game is gonna go a lot smoother than my interactions with my neighbor. Jeez. But we're back in time for the game to continue and commence. Toby.
Dire are scanning.
Archer building towards having this Heaven's Halberd will certainly be very useful in this game. How's Slock doing? Slock is getting in towards getting the Diffusal Blade. Yes, they are fake and don't exist. Like, they sent the god to such a bitch move. Ugh. Really gets me. Anyway, Chrysalis down bottom might be forced into triggering Ravage again. He does indeed do so, and here comes the relocate as well from the IO. They got him down bottom. Beautiful shackle shot onto Baby 3 Piece as well as Gachi. Baby 3 Piece is already taken out of the fight. Gachi now. Chase down. Will it be good enough? Indeed it will. They managed to take him down too. Very good movement coming in off the map here for the side of Creepwave. And that was right after Bait decided to make the jump onto Chrysalis. They get punished in a massive way. They didn't even have to use the global silence. Fishman still has the spell available. Now they're gonna jump back. There's gonna be the shackle shot with the global silence. This time it gets dropped down onto the face of Dendi. Woo! Dude, Wisp Flutter is crazy strong. This is why I thought it was gonna be the safe flame combination, because it's just so good. It's just so good. Kobe. I'm hoping at this point that we are able to find a way to actually utilize. Oh, bottom. They actually might kill Chrysalis. There's no Ravage anymore. There's no Ravage anymore. Violent doesn't want to make the jump though. If they had the Diffusal Blade finished, maybe you try and make that move, but without the Diffusal, does feel a little bit risky. Good enough to be able to at least zone them back from this area so they can secure the tier 1 tower.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And that's gonna be good enough for them. There we go. Tower taken. Nicely, nice to see, nice to see. Do we know Dendi's MMR? No, we can probably find out though. Roche getting taken away. That's one of the key principles of playing with Slaughter in the game. You have to try and take the earliest Roche possible. Especially when there's a Wind Ranger as well. It's a lot of physical damage onto the big man that he can't really avoid.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bounty.
Indeed. Got the Yule Scepter complete right now. The important thing about having Yule Scepter is not just as setup for yourself, you know, Yules into Aether Remnant. It's also a way to ensure that whenever Fishman casts the global, immediately you get rid of it. Actually might kill Fishman here, and indeed they will. He's dead. No way to survive this one. Sorry, my friend. You are just gonna get taken. Okay. I don't know why they let him live. Like, they were very afraid that there are heroes on the high ground waiting for them. But that should be a dead Fishman right now. Bates are playing with a little bit of fear behind them. You can sense it, that they are not very happy with the progression of this game so far. So want to play with some extra caution in the meantime. Violent is still catching up with his net worth. We do have the full Diffusal Blade finally being delivered. From this point on, Falcon Blade. Make a big difference too. You know, we actually got some stats on this hero now, but still not enough. We still need the BKB, so please queue it up, my friend. Just queue BKB, Violent. You know you're gonna buy BKB. You're not gonna buy SNY right now. Just buy BKB. I mean, SNY would be buck, don't get me wrong, but I would also really like to see BKB this game. There's so many things BKB would be useful from. Silencer, the Tidehunter Rabbit. Oh, they actually put the Shackle Shot. Oh my god. Case in point. If he had BKB, he'd be alive right now. Alright, cute. Cute, cute, cute. Stormstormer almost has his own BKB at this point. They jump. Oh, Dendi. Dendi came in looking for some kind of revenge. Might be a very rough place to be. No silence just yet. You'll set the drop down onto the Wind Ranger. Astral stepping in. Out. I don't think they're going to be able to catch him. They don't know which way he went. Yeah. Good guesses by Gendy. Good moves by Dendi. You're boarding the plane. Please fly safe. Punim. Fly safe. Fly safe. Fly safe. Fly safe. Shout out to you for pulling through, for coming back. So please, please, please fly as safe as humanly possible. Let us know when you get home.
Tower is under attack.
Pop a message on the Discord to let us know that you've arrived safely. Top lane. They will be able to get some D wards in their own jungle. Great thing about having the Violent Slok is that pretty much anywhere you are on the map, you are a mobile D warding machine.
Hey, where'd I go?
Oh, hello.
Radiant are scanning.
Todio's gonna run right past Toby and this IO, but ends up not being the case. However, Violent though is in a dangerous position. Oh, Dark Pact. Stormstormer was impatient. Stormstormer was impatient. If he waited a second more, they would have actually had a dead Slok right now, but they did not. Instead, they have to settle for the consolation kill that is Gachi. I mean, it's okay. It's acceptable. Not great. It's not amazing, but it's still a kill. Other side of the map, though. Oh my goodness. Baby 3-piece also got caught out. And remember, this is Wisp. The relocate comes in. Honestly, the way this game is looking right now, right? Despite the fact that Chrysalis is playing the Tidehunter, Toby actually is playing the safe lane. The only reason they laned this into the Slok lane because they know that it's a positive lane for them, whereas putting Tidehunter there is a negative lane for them. But he's playing exactly like the safe laner. Soaking up most of the farm, building into this AC right now. After finishing the Heaven's Halberd with Blink. Utilizing the relocate at always, whenever it's up, to try and utilize it to find kills on the map. The side of the map, speaking of, Gachi. Man, Gachi just cannot catch a break. Stormstormer just has a number out for Gachi. Everywhere he shows up, Stormstormer's there. He's like, oh, bro, I'm just trying to Stormstormer. I'm gonna go plant a Stormstormer. Game is hard. Halo. Alrighty, that was good usage of the Scurry, getting themselves away there with Velo.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Almost found a
attack.
courier to kill, actually. That would have been very, very good. Actually, we'll be able to get the vision. Geminate attack. Ayy. Bye-bye, Holy Lockets. Alright. That's something. Pretty much everything's been going badly for the side of Bait, so at the very least, getting something good enough. Kept back. They even Primal Roar him, actually. They're going to try gold. There's going to be a Shackle Shot going onto the Beastmaster. Nice relocate. They get the Stormstormer. He's in the fight. He's looking for more damage. Slaughter's been taken out of the fray, but Toby still wants to chase forward. Fishman drops down the Global Silence so they have some cover on the retreat. However, after that, Bait, they use everything. Primal Roar's down. Fiend's Grip's down. The Shadow Dancer's down. If Roshan was up, they take it. Sadly, he isn't. So, they just consolidate control of the jungle right now. And the thing is, we saw in that fight just how difficult it is for them to even do the damage necessary to bring Toby down. Not like Toby was actually at any real risk, but
Has been killed.
even the meager amounts of damage aren't really happening for them. They smoke up with 2. Where are these heroes going? Yendi and Velo. Coming close here towards where Stormstormer is. Coming in from different angles though. Velo is still sitting behind the tier 1 tower. They've potentially got this pince. No relocate to help out here. Stormstormer gets jumped on. Aether Remnant will be there. Should be a quick, easy pickle. Next one to die is going to be the Fishman. And Dendi ended an 8 kill streak. Woo, that's a lot of money. Violent. Right in front of the tier 1. Prioritizer taking the tower out. There's going to be Ravage potentially. It does come in through the Shadow Dance. They've got enough damage to deal with Violence. He's certainly going to die here. Absolutely nothing he can do.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Big kill to be able to pick up. And this Violent Slog certainly has not worked out. If you're expecting to play Slog into a Tidehunter, you have a very good start to the game. At this stage, you already are rounding the corner, say towards the full Shadow Blade or Silver Edge. But now, the game in this particular state, it's the Slaughter. Literally been beating you down since minute 0, continuing to do so. And they have so much damage into the Shadow Dance as well. They've got Power Shot, they've got Ravage, they've got the Slithering Crush, they've got Arcane Curse.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Actually not easy for the Slog to play the game when he gets into that position. Unless he's ahead, but he's very far from being ahead right now. Also, why are you so disdainful of BKB Violence?
Under attack.
I understand. Skadi is amazing on Slog, but BKB is going to be so nice.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Dude, if I was a betting person on this game, I'd actually be mauling right now. I'd be so upset. You know, it looked like Bates was actually going to get there first to 10, but everything started turning around from that point onwards. Ooh, bottom lane. Wendy. Able to get the Yule Scepter out. They drag back this Wind Ranger with the Aether Remnant, but the TP in of Chrysalis, they know full well they can't actually continue this.
Are scanning.
At the same time, Roche happening again. Remember, this is going to be Roche number 2 if they do end up being able to pick this one up. 2 Aegises. They're going to get an Aghanim's shot as well. Velo, dead. Back. Does he have buyback? Yes, he does. There's buyback, but there's no time lapse to get back to the fight quickly. And honestly, I don't think they can take this fight. I think you have to sack this. Violence isn't strong enough. We still don't really have Blink Dagger from the Beastmaster. Oh, of course, we just lose Gachi again because Stormstormer has a major vendetta against poor Gachi. What did Gachi do to you, fam? What did Gachi ever do to you?
Radiant's bottom tower is falling.
Reload happening again. They're going bottom. Chrysalis. They're fighting it to baby 3-piece. Shiva's God used to try and slow him down. It does connect. It's going to be more than enough. They've gotten the kill. Yep, Chrysalis is literally just playing offlane Tide. Like the Satanic and the Desolator will be the first non-offlaner items he buys. Toby erstwhile can wrap up finishing the AC now, basically.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Our Stormstormer sitting on the Aegis, going for that Aghanim Scepter. Mentioned before how strongly obscene that Ags would be in this game. Once you have the double wind run, they literally don't have any damage on you, especially with their BKB active. BKB double wind run, so that is a firm and solid 12 seconds of complete invulnerability. Well, not complete, but in tandem with the BKB, it's at least a solid 8 seconds of invulnerability on this trigger at the very least. Deep in the side of the base, Dendi does have Aghanim Scepter as well, so we do have the silence, but Toby Blink Dagger catches him into the Ravage, which connects on the 3. They've eviscerated Dendi. The blink away almost immediately from the Beastmaster. He does find the Primal Roar, but baby 3-piece knows that he's not long for this world. Chrysalis chases him down. They found the Gush. Toby's on him again. Toby. Yo, Toby's been out here in this game. Really has been making everything look so crisp. Literally from the get-go, from minutes. Yo, actually, real talk, across this series, no matter what happens in this game, Toby gets the putting in work award. This guy has just been out of this world good. He's been phenomenal today. Might only be 5-1-5, but certainly feels like he's had a much broader impact than that. Stormstormer is 10-1-4, involved in 14 of his team's 17 kills. Regrettably, a lot of these kills are from Gachi. I wouldn't be surprised if like 4 of Gachi's deaths are from Stormstormer. Oh man.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Poor Gachi. Also, poor baby 3-piece. He's having yet another really rough game.
Dire's middle barracks.
0, 6, and 2, bruh.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Also, very poor violence. Not really accomplished much in this game. Gonna try doing something stuff now. Oh wow, Dendi just gone in the blink of an eye. Violent trying to jump in, forced to use the very early shadow dance. Already at half HP, forced to flee. Does not and cannot handle the smoke. Did finish off the full eye of Skadi. And he's buying Aghanim Shard now. He's still insistent on not buying BKB. Oh, I'm loving this so much. And with Dendi dead, unfortunately, they can't actually do anything against the rest of the Creepwave lineup as they just bounce and kill this lane of Rax in the top lane. Stormstormer found himself getting nightmared here. Heroes are coming in to save him. Enlarge. Oh, Toby's in. He found Gachi. Poor Gachi. Stormstormer. Is Stormstormer gonna kill him again? No, he's gonna leave that one to Toby. Instead, he's gonna chase for deeper prey. Looking for BB. BB 3 pieces. Dead. Thank you. God. To make matters worse, Toby spends a little bit of time cleaning up the helm of the Overlord army.
Has been killed.
And with those kills, this game is over. This game is over. This is done. Dendi will be able to jump onto the silencer to get that kill. Violent looking for a way to bring down this Io. This could be huge. Io will not even die just yet. He's still alive. Will he die? He does tick out, but it's going to cost the life of Violence as he gets the Ravage off from Chrysalis. Dendi also hoping to try and make an escape. Toby, will he find the Slithering Crush? Yes, he does. Also wants a Gachi. Poor Gachi. Just cannot catch a break today, can you, my friend? Ends up finding himself with the anchor smash inside the fountain to the face. And yeah, this game is over. This game is over. The opening game that Bait has committed to, the opening game that they play in the D2CL is their inaugural and opening loss because they are getting rinsed right now. Toby jumping in onto BB 3 pieces. My baby is dead. Violent forced to buy back. So is Gachi. But what can they actually do here? Toby's just posting up. AC, Aghanim Scepter, looking onto Violent. Look at the bashes. Look at the hits. Violent forced to run away. Io relocating in. He's going to tether up Toby. Doesn't even need to. Toby already got the kill onto Violent. Now Gachi cannot complete the Fiend's Grip because he gets bashed up too. Will he lose his life? Yes, he does. Stormstormer, BKB active. Nothing they can do around them. Creepwave have done it. GG. Well played is called. The side of Bait. Whew. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This was... That wasn't pretty. That wasn't pretty. That was... Yo. Here we go. Rinsed. Yo. Creepwave was doing the dishes today. Loaded Bait into the dishwasher, ran that cycle twice. And then when they were done, took the whole dishwasher and put that motherfucker in another dishwasher and ran that cycle again. Oh, what a beatdown. My goodness. All right, I'm just interested. Dude, poor Gachi. Gachi died 9 times. He died 5 times to Stormstormer. Oh my god. Yeah, Gachi just had the roughest game of all time. It was so difficult for him. But everything just went perfectly for Creepwave. There's pretty much no aspect of the game where things went south, right? I mean, they not only had a very good lane with Chrysalis, right? It was Chrysalis playing against Beastmaster. It's not necessarily, when you think about that lane, no one gets rinsed, right? It's not a power lane. So in that lane, Chrysalis just does fine. That's all he needs to do. Just does fine. He's cool, right? That's perfectly fine. Mid lane, Stormstormer also does perfectly fine. I think he was actually slightly ahead of Dendi at 10 minutes. Yeah, he was. So he actually did really well in that mid lane, despite actually having lost a life early on in that lane as well. And then the sheer excellence that was Toby with the IO in the top lane. Just lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. That was magnificent play from Creepwave. Yet again, they pull a fast one in the drafts by putting Chrysalis in the safe lane. Very good thinking there, realizing that, wait a second, the Slark hero, the only option Slark has for a good game is if he has a good start, in this particular game anyway, and he only gets a good start versus Tidehunter. Okay, let's make sure Tidehunter doesn't have to encounter this here Slark, and we will not run into this problem, and that's exactly what happened. Make matters worse, yo, Violence, dude, Violence. It's okay to buy BKB. Oh my god, dude, just buy BKB, bro. Just buy BKB. I don't understand why you just don't buy BKB. Yeah, you're right, Jane. Actually, this is very, very reminiscent of when Chrysalis was still on the team, and he also was. He hated buying BKB, like with passion. I'd see Chrysalis play Gyrocopter and be like, BKB. Who needs BKB, fam? Nah, I don't need that shit. I don't need that shit. Wow. Amazing game. Bait, unfortunately, just didn't have what it takes. Just did not have what it takes against Creepwave. Creepwave were superior in pretty much every regard. They made better movements around the map. They had better vision all across the map. Their team fight initiation was really, really good. Their execution was very good. Their itemization was good. I think Creepwave might actually just be a good team. You know, whenever you see these lower leagues, so I've been doing a lot of tier 2 Dota for a long time, like very long time. And the thing that I've learned in tier 2 Dota is it's not enough to just see which tier 2 team is beating another tier 2 or tier 3 team. The manner of the defeat, right? Where you can say, okay, that's actually a good team, or that's still a tier 2 team that just happens to be better than other teams. Creepwave, right? They're not tier 1 yet, but the manner of this win gives me confidence that if they grind it out, they're gonna have to grind it out. But if they grind it out, I think there's a legitimate potentially good team here from the side of Creepwave. So keep eyes on them. Keep eyes on the Hellraisers team, which is going to be starting DPC in the upper division. Creepwave, I think I'm not sure if they're even in DPC. They might have to qualify. If they do manage to qualify, definitely keep eyes on this team. Whereas with Bait, let's just say it's going to be another long season for Dendi. Oh, bro, I'd be so tilted after this loss. And to make matters worse, actually, in my opinion, besides Dendi, the best player on Bait today was Velo. That's not a good thing because Velo is not part of the team. So when Velo does eventually leave again and the void is filled by... What's the other guy's name? I really can't remember. Yeah, I really can't remember. In the event that when that player comes back, you know, they have to quickly reintegrate him back into the team. And what happens if that player is worse than Velo? Which is presumable because Velo might not be the best player in the world, but certainly is an old hand, is certainly very experienced at the aspect of Dota 2 stuff. Yeah, this is... that was a rough one. That was a rough one. But we made it to the end, you know, despite a bitch-ass neighbor, a shitty god. We still did the thing. Got here. We saw Creepwave take a very comfortable 2-0 over the side of Bait. And not doing it in a cookie-cutter fashion, but also outsmarting them at both turns in the draft itself. Good stuff from Creepwave. Good play from Creepwave. And yeah, now we're going to be... Tomorrow... Who do they play tomorrow? Tomorrow they play Team Empire. And that's a very intriguing one. Sadly, I can't cast it because I'll already be... There's other Dota that I'm doing, like South African Dota, local stuff that's going to be buck. So, against Empire, if it was against the previous iteration of Team Empire, that would certainly be a very real test of their abilities. Fortunately, this new Empire also has some new blood involved in it, so probably not going to be in the same weight class that Creepwave is. Honestly, of all the games we've seen so far, I think the best team in the tournament right now is Creepwave. Second best team is Namiga. The team that comes after that is Hellraisers and then Brame. Yeah, but some pretty good teams here. Some pretty good teams. Some pretty fun Dota that we've seen today. And we're going to continue the next couple of days. So make sure that you're following the channel so that you know as soon as we go live. Dude, 8 games by Disruptor. Wow. 8 wins. 4 of them today. All right. That makes sense to me. Disruptors are really good. Anyway, y'all. I've been on camera today since 10 a.m. No, since 11 a.m. Sorry. And it's now almost 11 a.m. again. 11 p.m. Sorry. So you see? That's how long I've been on camera. Some capacity. So I'm going to take a break now. We're done. We're finished. We did the thing. Thank you so much for joining me. Shout out to y'all, the new subscribers or the new viewers. Y'all cool. Hold on. Let's go to the big screen. I haven't put this particular screen. Where's it at? Okay. No, I can't find it. Doesn't matter. Shout out to y'all. Y'all have been pretty awesome. Y'all have been excellent to be with the whole day. Thank you so much, Jireen, for the company kept. Punam, I hope you're having a safe flight. Obviously, you can't cheer us right now. And the River God, shout out for the pullback, for making it through, taking busy time out of your schedule. Come hang out with the homies. Really appreciate it. El Sawyer, shout out to you, new viewer, and I hope you enjoyed yourself and you had fun. We just had a late time follow. Hey, you were looking for a shout out and you're gonna get one. Unlimited JM channel. Shout out to you. Thank everybody for pulling through. Yeah, it is bedtime. It is bedtime. Time for us to all go to bed. Make sure you're following. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Make sure you're subscribed to the stream. Support your local streamer. Get some new gear. Actually, I don't even need that much new gear, honestly. Like, y'all's generosity has been really buck. At this point, the generosity is now just going to turn to rent. Thank y'all so much. Love you. Peace out. We'll see you on the flip side.
never fade.